In 2021, I started a daily sketchbook drawing practice, and this is the 8th sketchbook I've had since then. And I started it 6 months ago, though I think it's high time that I finish it. I have 15 pages left and 10 days to complete them, and I decided to film the process. So first, I wanted to say thank you for coming by, and if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Debbie, and I'm a full-time artist living in glamorous Cleveland, Ohio, and I started an art business about 10 years ago where I design greeting cards, stickers, mugs, tote bags, stationery, and gift items that I sell directly on my website, debbiedrawsfunny.com, and I also wholesale to a bunch of stores across the US and Canada. So today, a little bit about the sketchbook. So I have an A4 Strathmore mixed media sketchbook, which is pretty big. So it's like 8 by 11 inches compared to what I used to constantly use, which was more of a travel size A5, which is like 5 by 8 inches. And with this bigger sketchbook, it's taken me a longer time to complete for a couple reasons. So one is that I was using this big boy sketchbook, and I was also simultaneously using a travel size sketchbook that I would keep in my bag and take with me, like if I had to take my kids to a doctor's appointment, or when we traveled. It's just way more travel friendly. So this big one is great, and I love it because you got like a lot more breathing room with it, but it does take longer to finish because bigger pages. So it's bigger, badder, but it did not work faster or stronger in it. And I usually was working in those 5 by 8 sketchbooks, and I would get those done. Sometimes it would take me 2 or 3 months. Sometimes there were a few that I got done in like 30 days. So anyway, working in 2 sketchbooks at the same time, and also 2022 was a intense year. That's putting it really mildly. We went through a lot in this household. Stress levels were high, and I was not drawing probably nearly as much. And I have ADHD, and I just work best if I have like a set time limit. If I've got a deadline and we're getting close to it, when the pressure's on, I seem to work better. It's like, it's a motivator for me. I don't know if anyone else is like that. When the pressure's on, it lights a fire under my butt like nobody's business, and I will get some things done. So for today's spread, I'm taking some inspiration from this Peter Max book that I have, and I was flipping through. This is a painting of his from 1994, and it's, I wrote it down, Flower Blossom Lady. This is definitely paint. I think when I accidentally wrote down the first one, it said like Lady in the Flowers colored pencil, but I had the wrong page, and I was like, that's not colored pencil. So I made something very similar, a little bit different, a little more in my style, but just basically the same concept layout. And I thought about doing gouache, but this was the first time I've had gouache work for me because I was using it right. But I'm gonna play it safe and use Poscas instead.
gonna laugh and say, haha, that's Dad's corpse.
Yes, I'm filming you guys. Christmas memories. It's Christmas Day. I'm gonna work on a sketchbook page. Get one more done while I'm waiting for stuff in the oven to finish cooking. This is the page I did yesterday, and I wasn't sure if I was good. What I do a lot is I will do the art, kind of let it dry if it needs to, close it up, walk away. The next day I look at it, or I look at it several hours later, and I'm either pleasantly surprised or I'm like, that needs some work. I gotta tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I'm happy with it as is. So, yeah, so I'm thinking of doing some more floral business over here. I have some ideas, but I'll just get started and see what comes out. This just ink. I think I'm gonna leave it. I don't know, what do you think? Like, I go through this thing sometimes where I have the line drawing out or the sketch, and I'm like, I just like it as is. I don't want to ruin it. It's about 4 o'clock. And it's the 29th of December, so I'm running out of time. I have 2.5 spreads to get through, and I have no idea what I want to make today. So I guess we'll just see what happens. Okay, I have an idea of what I'm going to draw. If you can see this real well. But this here was based on a photo I found on Instagram of this really beautiful girl looking at a really beautiful mushroom, and I'm gonna try, and I doodled this up while I was waiting. I can't remember. I was waiting for someone in my family to be ready to go to the store while I was making out a grocery list. And I'm gonna try and recreate this here. Let's see what happens. it's another day, and if something's bugging me and I don't get a good night's sleep, I end up thinking about it a lot during that sleep. I think most people can relate to that. This is what was bugging me. I actually took some white Posca and like whited out areas that aren't correct. And I'm thinking of painting over it and doing it in gouache because it's just really bugging me, which is going to be a challenge doing it in gouache. I'll show you the finished result here. I have no idea if it's going to be any good. Fingers crossed I don't completely fork it all up, but whatever. It's just a sketchbook. It's fine. I think I'm going to put the process of painting that on my Patreon for that monthly video. We'll see. In other news, I have another page that another spread that I'm working on, and I had the thought of doing a whale. So I sketched it out real quick. I would like to do that in gouache as well. I really want to push my gouache practice. And I think we have a visitor. Hello, Luna. Hi. Hi, little squeakers. Hi. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Wish me luck on all this. I'm gonna need it. All right, so I just finished. I think it's so much better. I think it's so much better. Yes, I know she has a disembodied hand, but in the original picture, there's like a basket and a busyness going on that I was like, I'm not interested in tackling all that. So I think it's just so much better. It's, I mean, not perfect in my mind, but a marked improvement. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna put the whole process on Patreon. I spent quite a while working on it, but I can sleep at night now. I'll be able to sleep tonight. I'll be like, okay, I gave that my best shot with the skill set that I have right now when it comes to gouache. So I'm gonna take a break because I have a little bit of a headache. I will work on this afternoon. You guys, we made it to the end of the video. I am so proud of you for sticking around, sticking with me through all of this and going on this adventure with me. And I'm proud of myself for finishing this thing. But like I said, you know, if I got a deadline and it's looming overhead, I can move some mountains. Or I can at least finish a couple pages in a sketchbook. Like, I can do that. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a comment. Let me know what you liked about it or what you disliked about it. Do you hate that I kind of wimped out on the last page and put a sleeping cat that's only like 30% of the paper size? Do you hate that about this whole thing? I was really tired. So, you know, maybe cut me some slack. But I'm trying to grow this channel, hopefully to 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal for 2023, so if you want to subscribe and help me reach that, that would be really cool. I also have a Patreon where I'm going to have a sketchbook support group club. I send out monthly art prints, have monthly videos, all that jazz. So if you want to check that out, I'd really appreciate it. All right, thanks for hanging in there and keeping me company and watching me go through this process. I really appreciate you.